Summer is coming. Hey teacher friends, welcome to Sutton Teaches Secondary. I'm Miss Sutton, but you can call me MarQuitta. And yes, summer is coming. Child, this has been the longest school year in the history of school years. We are all ready, and I am so excited because I can finally see the light at the end of the long tunnel. Man, here's the thing. The worst feeling, and I can tell you this from experience, is getting to the last day of school and being excited about your summer and then realizing you still have a mound of grading to do. So today, I've got some teacher hacks to help make sure that when your last day of school hits, it is absolutely your last day of school. You don't have to think about your school until August or September. You get to be done and be free. Yes. Okay, so y'all, the first thing you have to do is be really, really strict with yourself. You have to keep a strict grading schedule. Normally, I am not a fan of taking work home. I do not believe in using your weekend to get grading done, all that kind of stuff. Like, I try to get as much stuff done during the school day or during school days, like the weekdays, as possible. However, this time of year, I make an exception to my rule. I will use Saturdays to grade. Honey, I will stay up a little later than normal to grade. I will do what I need to do because my grading needs to happen. Because when the last day of school comes, trust me, the only thing you want to have to grade are finals. And that's okay to have to grade finals the last week of school because finals are usually on a half day each day. So that's okay. But don't wait until the end to grade everything else. You want to make sure everything as much as possible is graded. If you give out notebooks and students have been writing in like a notebook that you need to grade, stop the notebook now. Notebook's done. It's finished. You stop where you are, grade it, like get all the major stuff graded and done. I'm telling you, it's going to make your life that much easier. You are going to get a few more days of your summer break and you're going to love that you did this now. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Now, for my English teachers out there and my social studies teachers and anybody who is teaching a subject where there is lots of writing involved, I'm here to tell you a secret. Every piece of writing that your student does not need to be read fully by you. Okay, before you call me a bad teacher, because I'm not. Listen, I think it's especially true for me because I teach an English class and students are doing lots and lots of writing. It is not even humanly possible to read all of the writing that we assign students. So you have to start thinking which pieces are important. So some pieces of writing I need to read in order to gauge student progress or use that data as a way to kind of gauge what needs to happen next, and so on and so forth. So those pieces of writing I will read. Other pieces of writing I might have to skim through, just to see that students did it, it was complete, that they are getting the general idea. And then sometimes some pieces of writing, I'm only looking to see that they mastered a certain skill. So if I'm only teaching thesis statements, and that was really the reason for them writing whatever they wrote, me reading their whole 3-4 paragraphs just to see that they got a thesis statement does not help me. But what does help me is if I can find their thesis statement and read that. And some things, especially if you have a weighted grade book where some assignments are not worth as much as others, some things are only going to get a pass-fail grade or are not going to be worth very much in the grade book and are not very consequential to what I'm doing in the classroom. And so I'm looking to see, did you do it? Did you not do it? And that's it. Because we can't spend all our time reading every single line of every single student's piece of writing. And that's just it. If you do, and you're capable of doing that, please let me know in the chat because I want to know how you're doing it. And we need to talk and you need to share your powers with me. So if you have deadline workers like me, and you know that your final project is a project or an essay, or you know that there's going to be some things happening at this time of year that are going to take a little bit longer, I strongly suggest you move the date that it is due up. Do not wait till the last day to have that assignment turned in. If you do that, you're going to have the student who's running to you at the very last moment or on their computer, turning in something very, very last moment, which then pushes back you for grading all these things at the last moment, which is not what you want. So in order to help those deadline working students out, push your deadline forward. They don't need to know. And then that way, if they need to have that little extra buffer time, it's there. No sweat on you. You still put pressure on them and make them feel really bad for it. But you know that you've given yourself those extra day or two to make that grading happen before the last day of school. You also have to start drawing the line. So I love to give students opportunities to make up work or to reassess something, and if they needed to get a better grade on something, giving them time to do it. However, this time of year, I start cutting the cord. And I make it very clear to them that, look, we don't have time for that. The closer we get to the last day of school, the less late work I grade, because I don't have time. And I don't have time for everyone to wait the last week of school to turn in all of these late assignments. That's not how it works. And that's just not effective, and it doesn't really help you with what the point of the assignment was. So we have that conversation, and then I start having a countdown. So this slide appears every day at the start of class as a reminder that, look, you only have this many days until I'm done with my grade book and I'm closing it. If you wait, I don't know what to tell you. I just want to make them aware that things beyond just them and their timeline are important, especially with teenagers, right? Like, they're in their own world of life and things that they got going on, and they sometimes forget that, like, hey, we're humans, we're people, we have timelines and deadlines and lives and things that we need to do. So give them a cutoff time, make your cutoff time very, very clear. If I were you, I would start putting some kind of countdown or reminder daily. So that way, you've done your due diligence. So that way, when they don't get their stuff graded, they understand why. So speaking of grading and being really strict with yourself about grading, I know that you need to go grade. But before you grade, just watch one more video. It won't hurt you. Watch one more video. It's right there or there. It's somewhere here. You'll love it. It'll help you and it'll make you excited. And I will see you next time, y'all. Remember, you are amazing.